What is going on, guys? Welcome to this week's video. I know we got a couple new faces around here, so if you are new, drop a sub in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, we do a lot of film and digital photography here. Not really trying to teach anything, more so just sharing the experience and the journey of photography. So let's get into this week's video. So for this week, I took a film portrait staple, Portra 400, and my Canon A1 and did some studio portraits here in the home office / the YouTube studio. So let's go. All right, you want to lie down here first? Okay, no. Whoa! I have great balance, don't worry. Hey, it's me again. I thought I would try something a little bit different with this video to break it up a little bit. And so I wanted to give a couple of quick thoughts after each few photos. So this one here, I mean, the more that I look at it, the more that it kind of makes me laugh. This is completely like my fault, not on Unique. Just the composition is kind of there. I like the composition, like how it's upside down, but just the way the light was hitting the bottom of her face and then the shadows just kind of makes it look a little bit kind of crazy. Like the shadows on the eyebrows going up like this. But yeah, it was a little bit of a tough start trying to work with some of this lighting, but I think it was really interesting to work with it. What if you guys wait go for it? Oh shit. This would look sick in black and white. Okay, I thought these couple of photos were actually really cool. I think just the lighting on the one side of the face was pretty harsh, so that was a little bit tough to work with, but I really like the contrast where half of the face is lit up. And then the other only thing is the shadow on the right side, or on the right side, looks really elongated, kind of like an alien head. But again, just part of the whole thing. Oh, what if you just like sit kind of like cross-legged or like with your knees up? And we get like the... face. I really like these couple of photos because I think the shadows from the blinds are really cool. It does look a little bit like an army face paint, but the second one definitely better, although it does get pretty dark in the background. Just because I was really trying to meter for Monique, who was like really bright, but then the background just got really dark. Oh, how about you kind of like lie down again? And I'm just gonna do like... Yeah, no harm up here. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so it's, yeah.
Can you see my toes on my face?
No, I didn't see them. Do it again. I really like the pose and the composition of these photos. I think Monique was pretty sick in these photos. Just the lighting, again, was really tough to work with, and something that I didn't really realize when I was looking through the viewfinder and after getting the photos back. Just the lighting around her face and her eyes, I think, is really distracting. I think that's one thing that I kind of gathering from the first half of photos here, is that you really don't want anything too distracting around the eyes in terms of like a lighting change or anything. If anything, you want the eyes to be like, you know, more focal point and like brighter.
Oh no! Oh my god.
And this is the part where I realized that I was accidentally shooting in manual because I forgot to switch the setting back from last time. So I wasn't shooting shutter priority like I thought I was. So my aperture was at a constant 5.6 the whole time. So that just completely messed up kind of the exposures for the first half of the photos. But luckily, Portra 400, super versatile and flexible, I guess that's not the right word, but it didn't turn out too bad.
Oh my god.
This one might be overall my favorite photo. I think it's cool to have the texture of the blind shadows on Monique's sweater, but then her face, there's nothing really going on, and it kind of keeps that part clean. And overall, I think it's just a clean photo, clean lines, looks like a real, actual like studio photo.
Thank you for the happiest years of my life.
Okay, now move over. Water. And literally just like move over like here. No, like move. Actually, yeah, keep that angle, but just scooch over. No, scooch over that way. Like, back over. Yeah.
Am I looking at you? Am I
Let's
looking at you?
do one where you're not, and then one. Yeah.
I really like the last few photos here. I think because the lighting from the window was moving off the ground and onto the wall, so we can get Monique sitting up straight, which I think definitely helped a lot. And the light was also a bit softer, and it wasn't so like harsh with the blinds and the shadows there. So I think this is where like finally we're just starting to get like a bit better with the lighting, and it wasn't too crazy or anything like that. So these are definitely among some of my favorite photos here. And the one thing that I noticed as well, not too much going on around the eyes, and kind of keeping that, you know, cleaner there.
Let's do one kind of like sitting again, and you can move over and we'll just deal with the closet. Or actually, if you go right up against the closet, but try and slouch down a little bit so that your head isn't. Careful.
Sitting?
course, we're gonna finish off with a formal thoughts and talks here. Overall impressions about the shoot, I think definitely a mixed bag. The first half was definitely a struggle. A lot of the photos were pretty bad, and I wanted to keep some of those photos just to show you that I take a lot of bad photos, and again, that's part of the whole photography journey and experience, and that's gonna happen, but eventually, the photos do get better, and they may even just get better within that shoot. For me, I really like the second half of the photos. I think having the light kind of go up onto the wall was a lot better for taking these portraits rather than kind of trying to work with it and Monique lying down on the floor. And it was a little bit tricky to work with. Definitely the ones that on the floor were a lot trickier because you have the light coming in at a much higher angle. And so the shadows were all wacky and everything like that. And that's why I think the second half photos where the light was actually on the wall, there's less distraction around the eyes and like less shadows, and it's really just the shadows from the blinds, and it's a lot cleaner. And that's the one other thing that I noticed with these portraits. I think going forward, I want to keep the area around the eye. I kind of feel like I've mentioned that a lot in this video, but keep that area clean. So like have the shadow, like here, but nothing like going through the eyes or anything like that, because then I think it just kind of like looks weird. I think in certain situations it could definitely look really cool, but just the way that I shot it unintentionally just like looked pretty bad. But overall, Monique was a sick model as usual. Anyways, hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, trying to get to that 500 subscriber mark by the end of March. So if you could help out, that would be so appreciated, and I appreciate every one of you watching, liking, and subscribing. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.